Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
You know, I can never seem to articulate how important it is in life to work hard for everything you own. Or to work hard, period. Did you know that there are people who stand on street corners begging for money? Yeah, there's people that do that. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, those people are no good, you know? I feel bad for the veterans that I see, but in today's day and age, I don't give anybody money anymore. Let me tell you a little story about a guy claimed to be a wounded veteran, all that neat stuff. It was early morning. I was in Illinois, I-80 at the one of the oases where where you got the gas station and the little food thing that goes over the top, blah blah blah. Well, I stopped there in the morning. I usually stopped first thing in the morning there, get a cup of coffee or something to drink, a little breakfast sandwich because I was lazy in the mornings. And there was a guy standing there at the door. He was come up to me and was like, "Hey, buddy." He's like, I'm wounded veteran. I'm trying to get enough money to get a train ticket going somewhere. I was like, oh, well, all right. So what do? Being the kind of guy that I am, I gave him $20 because I have a soft spot for veterans. I really do. You got to, veterans, they're the reason I have the freedom to do what I'm doing right now, So, long story short, I gave him $20. I went about my day. Didn't feel good about myself any more than I would on a normal day. You should never pat yourself on the back for helping somebody. The people who pat themselves on the back for helping somebody are the people who they have an alternate agenda in life. I give people money because, well, I want to give people money, if I want to give it to them, So, and yes, I know I gave Elvis money, but at that point, that was from one truck driver to another. And then after I realized he is not going to be doing any trucking at all, fuck you, Elvis. All respect that I had for you, which was very little, gone. So anyway, back to the story. About 2 months later, I think it was, I come cruising back. It was actually an almost everyday thing, stopping at that oasis in the morning, right? So about 2 months later, I think it was. Hell, it could have been 2 days. I don't know. I come back, and it must have been a lot longer because the guy had already forgotten how fat I was and how ugly I was. He doesn't remember who I was. So I come back through and doing my normal routine. The guy comes up to me as I'm walking in. Excuse me, buddy. I need $20 to get a plane ticket or something. I was like, or a train ticket. I was like, how'd that train ticket go last time I gave you fucking money? And well, he didn't ask for like a specific amount of money. He was just looking for a fucking money for a ticket, right? And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, you told me the same story 2 months ago or something. I was like, you can go fuck yourself. I was like, I highly doubt you're even a veteran. Go fuck yourself, man. A person like him, some people just can't help it. Some people are just fucked in life and they're just given a bad freaking card right off the bat, and I feel bad for those people. But it's up to you in the beginning of your life to choose what you're gonna do with your life. Are you gonna be a fucking beggar, or are you gonna be a hard American worker? Well, a lot of these people choose just to be beggars. And these people who choose to be beggars, I ain't got no time for them in my life except for trolling them, making fun of them, and making their life hard. Plain and simple. Look at Elvis. That man, oh, look at that pretty bird. Pretty bird. Elvis, he could fucking get it. If he, actually had his CDL, if he's got his CDL, right? If he's actually got his CDL and can drive a truck and got his medical card and everything, which I don't know how he gets his medical card. He must have went and got it from somebody like I got it from, because I got sleep apnea and I don't keep up on my freaking sleep apnea machine by any means. So I got to go to a very lenient doctor for my medical cards. But anyway, But hey, at least I drive and I work. I don't beg for money. I beg for my check every fucking Monday. Like, boss, please give me my money. I gotta buy bullets. So anyway, long story short, I already said that. Elvis is just, he could fucking get a job and make way more fucking money. If he went and drove for a trucking company 6 months out of the year, he could fucking live like a king, like a real king. He ain't the king of nothing right now. He's the king of fucking hobos. That's what he is. Fucking mobile hobo, So, I mean, look at me. I may not own property or my own home, like a house, brick and mortar on a foundation, but, what do I do? What do I own? I don't know. Let's take a look and see what I own. I own that. I own this fucking golf cart. I own that. Actually, I don't own that. The bank owns that one. But there's a reason for that, why the bank owns that. Before I bought that camper, I took out a loan. I took out a pretty... What did I pay for that thing? I think like $3,800, I think. 2.5 years ago now, almost. So, fuck, I gotta stop saying long story short. What the hell's wrong with me? Anyway, so... that camper there, the Fleetwood, I borrowed $3,800 or $4,000 or something for it. And, when I got injured at work, which obviously is how I got that in the long run, but when I got injured at work, I bought insurance on that thing through the finance company that paid the bill. They didn't just say, okay, you don't have to give us money until you're back to work. They paid the bill. They paid the interest. They paid the principal. They paid everything. And yes, it was a high interest loan when I bought that damn thing, because I at that point I didn't have the best of credit in the world, I fucking sucked. But they paid on that thing for a year and 6 months, year and a half. Fuck, man, they almost paid that thing off all the way. Jesus Christ. But that's why I still hold a loan on that thing. I still owe, I think, like $2,000 on it. But that was awesome. They paid basically all the interest on it for me, which is great. But if you work hard for a living, or if you even work relatively a little bit hard, you can do a lot with life. I mean, what does Elvis do during the day? He sleeps, and then he gets up at night, and then he begs. God, how pathetic is your life when you do that? That's a pathetic little fucking life. That is just sucky. So this property here, this is my in-laws. And where does it go? It goes all the way up there. This whole line right there and then back. It's like 5 acres. And it used to be a cattle. Like, they used to raise cattle over here. I think they had like 8 cattle or something. And horses and stuff. And that was the old horse barn. They had some weird shit over here. I don't know what the hell they had there. Maybe a swing. Me and the wife were thinking about putting a sex swing there. That'd be kind of cool. But, it was really nice, Like, when they bought the property here, it was overgrown. They paid, what, $70,000? So, yeah, if you work hard for a living, you know what you can do? You can buy property. You can buy 5 acres of land with a 2,200 square foot house on it. That's what you can do. If you work hard. I am a failure to launch on buying property in my late 30s at 38 years old. Most people my age already have something, But it's funny, people that talk about ownership, like, yeah, I own a house. It's like, do you? Do you own a house? Good example. My father, my father, he still has 5 years left on his house. He's what, 67 years old? 67 years old, doesn't even own his house yet. I mean, I believe it's a racket. I do kind of agree with some of the people, like these mobile hobos, why would I want to buy a house? It's just paying interest and you pay for it for 30 fucking years and then you die. Well, you know what? It's nice to have a home base. You know? I mean, these people that I don't understand. Some of the people that sell their home to buy an RV and go out and travel, some of them are already rich and they just sell the house because they're not going to need it. You know, but like Crapper Van Carolyn sells her property, sells her house to buy a fucking shitty van and drink away the rest of the money. What a horrible fucking life plan that is. Jesus Christ, screw that. So, I mean, damn. Gosh, this is a hell of a rant today. You know, I don't know why I rant so much, but, you know, that's just what I'm saying, you know. Just don't get these people. Fucking work. Like, Network 126. God, I was looking at some of the comments he commented on some of my one of my videos I made of him, about him being whatever. I don't even remember what the hell the video was about. It was just a big blur anyway. Most of my videos are a blur. But, you know, he's like commenting on shit. Like, dude, you're going on 6 years living in a fucking kitchen. Like, already, dude, you need to just go away. You know? 6 years? 6 fucking years? What the hell is wrong with you? You've had a full-time working job for how long at Uber, and it still isn't working? It still hasn't gotten you out? You know, when I was a failure to launch too from my parents' house. I didn't get out of my parents' house until I was, 24, 25 years old. But up until then, you know, I did work. I was a mechanic. I freaking made my own money. I made my own payments. You know, my father co-signed on my first pickup truck, and I made the payments on that thing and paid it off. You know? And me and a girlfriend of mine, we broke up, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got money in the bank. I'm leaving. I moved to Tennessee at the age of 24, 25, I think it was. 24, 25 years old. Fucking moved to Tennessee. Just up and left. On my mother's birthday, too. God, am I horrible. But, you know, I had money in the bank. I was young. I was working as a mechanic, making like nothing. But I still managed to save money, pay my phone bill, pay insurance, pay my truck payment, pay for everything else that I did. Hobbies, which was RC cars back then, and a motorcycle. And a jet ski. Like, holy shit, man. I made it so good. I was thriving. And then I moved down to Tennessee. I got a job at Midas in Hendersonville. Yeah, Midas in Hendersonville. I come from freaking Illinois making, you know, I was probably taking home about $2,400 a month in Illinois, busting my ass as a mechanic at Merlin's Muffler and Brake. Moved down to Tennessee, go to work at freaking Midas. Holy shit, man. Some of my best months was like $1,600. And that was before taxes. So I wasn't making much money. But hey, I still had money. I still come down here, sold my jet ski, sold my bike, got a boat, fixed it up, did everything I had to do with it, and still thrived. I freaking paid for an apartment on my own, paid for insurance on my truck still, paid for my truck itself, paid the fuel up a freaking big V8 boat that freaking got like a mile to a gallon when you're full throttle. Jesus, it's windy out. Let's come over yonder. Look at the barn. So, gosh, 14 minute long video. That's insane in the membrane. But, you know, I just don't get people that fucking beg. You know what you can do? Instead of begging, you could literally just go and get a job. Even if you made minimum wage, you make more money than you do begging. Yes, you may get your random sap that fucking gives you a bunch of money out of nowhere, but you know what? You'll still make more money working a minimum wage job than begging. That is the final punchline of this whole freaking rant. Get a job. Goodbye.